Welcome back, my fellow humans, to Scatter Love Tarot, and I hope everybody's having a beautifully blessed, phenomenal day. We are here for another pick a card reading, and this is going to be how do people you have dated or are dating see you, right? So it can be present tense, past tense, and we're going to find out how they see you guys. And yeah, it should be a fun reading overall. We're going to do things a little bit different. I am bringing out and debuting my very first Lenormand deck. I'm not actually going to do a reading with these. I'm going to choose one of these to pick a card from, and we're going to get an overall energy of what the reading is referring to when it comes to you guys, like what it is they see in you guys, what it is that they focus on in you guys. Okay, so these will soon be coming out as readings, but this is just the debut. I am in love with these cards. I've been studying them for quite a while. I study most of my cards before I bring them out to you guys. That is just what I do, so I understand their energies and how they play a part in all of this. If these are resonating with you guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set that notification bell so you guys get notified when the next video does get uploaded. Everything on my channel will always be uploaded at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is for your guys' convenience, so you guys can tune in at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what is uploaded for the day. And keeping in mind that as you guys interact with my channel allows me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you guys out more resonant readings, okay? I do just want to say thank you so much for everybody that has chosen to be a part of this tribe. I am honored and blessed to be in this space and this time with you guys and to share this life with you guys. We're all on the journey together, and just knowing that you guys have chosen to connect with me in this way, it just has humbled me and blessed my heart so very much. So thank you, truly. And for those of you guys that are tuning in for the first time, welcome. Everybody is welcome here with open arms. We are all humans on this wondrous journey called life, learning how to experience it from a human aspect and not from this self-depreciating perfectionist idea. So with that being said, guys, we will go ahead and get into the prayer as always and get this party started. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Get this party started on a Saturday night. So yeah, that song's in my head right now. So let's see, guys. Let's get this started here. Beautiful. My beloved source, I just ask that in this space, this is a safe space for those that come here to open up and to be their true authentic self. If they feel like they're going to be judged anywhere else in life, may this space here on this channel always be a welcome reprieve from that, and knowing that they are accepted and loved exactly as they are. They don't have to be different. May they understand this truly, and may this be a safe space to practice this so that they can bring this truth out into the 3D realm, out into the places where they may feel uncomfortable, so that they can become strong and powerful in connecting with themselves, the heart of who they are. May those that come on here be blessed with the infinite wisdom and the guidance of your love, and remembering that through love, all things are possible. And may they be gifted with the wisdom to scatter love wherever they go. As these words are spoken upon this space and over these people, whether they're here for a second or for the whole video, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you truly. Thank you truly. Thank you truly. All right, let me set this up in the holder over here, guys. Oh, and I know you guys are probably tired of me mentioning it, but one day I will get tired of mentioning it. I'm just so thankful that I moved this out of the way because it was really overwhelming. And this helps a lot. And I think it makes the readings a little bit better because the smoke was getting a little bit intense. So these are super tiny. I'll do my best to do a shuffle on these. I either have cards that are way too big for my hands or cards that are way too small. So yeah, exactly. It's not that I haven't shuffled them. It's just that they're so small and the deck is so small. I can't even bridge them. So let's try it this way. Let's just shuffle them all like this for a few minutes here. And then we'll ask. All right, so source. For pile number 1, which Lenormand card will help us understand how people that they've dated or are dating see them? For pile number 1, source. 1 card. For pile number 1. It's this one right here, guys. I can feel it. Okay. Let's give it a good shuffle. All right, source. And for pile number 2, what Lenormand card will help us understand more about how people they are dating or have dated see them? That was quick. Thank you, source. All right, we'll give it a quick shuffle. One more. Okay. And for pile number 3, source, what Lenormand card will help us understand better how people that they are dating or have dated see them? For pile number 3, it was this one right here. If you guys saw it flip up. Excellent. Let me put these over here. Okay, we have letter on the bottom, guys. So messages could be coming in soon for you guys if you're not already receiving them. Just a quick little thing here. Perfect. So for pile number 1, we do have the green aventurine for you guys to choose from. Okay. For pile number 2, we have this beautiful, this is a blue obsidian marble set inside a necklace with an orca whale on it. Excuse me. And for pile number 3, we have this zebra jasper for you guys to choose from. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever one you guys resonate, that should be the pile for you. Keeping in mind that these are general readings. With that being said, whichever one you guys have chosen, I will see you on your perspective. Welcome pile number 1. This is for those of you guys that chose the green aventurine. This is going to be your reading. Let's put this over here. We'll check this out at the end of the reading. And see, I know for those of you that chose pile 1 on the last one, trust me, I remember. Okay, so let's ask the dice first. We'll get some guidance on how people you have dated or are dating see you. But remember that as you guys continue to interact with the channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. So if these do resonate, give me a thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel, and set that notification bell so you guys know when the next video does get uploaded. So let's go ahead and get into your reading and ask, source, how do people that pile number 1 has dated or are dating see them? How do people that pile number 1 is dating or has dated see them, source? How do people that pile 1 has dated or is dating see them, source? Okay, so we have the 9th house, Gemini energy, and Neptune. And let me set this up here for you guys. Okay. Don't worry, I'll move this into a better position. Let me just get the dice up here for you guys. I feel like this definitely makes a big difference. At least for me, it does. I hope it does for you guys too. Just doesn't go through all that jerking around while I'm moving around. So how do people see you? Well, first of all, they see you guys as very spiritual. Possibly religious, right? Like possibly you guys are very religious. You don't have to be, but spiritual by nature, as the 9th house is connected with Jupiter energy and Sagittarius energy. They could see you guys as travelers, right? You guys, you could travel a lot, maybe for your job, or maybe that's just how you live life. You like to travel. You like to go places every summer, or in the wintertime, you like to go where it's warm. They see you as someone who has a lot of wisdom. You guys could be connected with philosophy. I also heard psychology. So some of you guys could be psychologists on here, which that's cool. You guys are definitely seen as someone who's very educated. You guys could have a huge degree, right? Like you guys could have doctorates, masters, you guys could have bachelors, or even an associate's degree. It doesn't matter, but just maybe you have 2 or 3 associate's degrees. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's like you guys have a huge education, and even if you guys only have an associate's degree, you're just seen as very well educated. They see you guys as someone who is very well-rounded. Like you guys explore maybe different cultures and backgrounds, and you're always learning. Like that's something that you guys like to do, is always learn and then communicate what it is that you're learning, right? So people that you've dated, they see you as someone who is always getting new information and gaining intelligence because of this, and you guys are very adaptable to certain situations. And you guys probably have a big social network where you guys have a lot of friends. And if you don't, maybe you just have a following on social media. But this is saying like you guys have a lot of friends, or you guys are very much in communication with a lot of different people, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different cultures. Like that's what's coming through here. For some of you guys, you could appear, right? Again, this is how they see you, not necessarily truth, so don't take it personal, guys. Again, I'm the messenger. But they could see you guys as someone who does get involved with gossip, right? Some, especially with this Gemini energy here, is someone who thrives on gossip. And it might not even be that you guys are interested in gossip. It's just that you guys could, like I'm hearing a journalist, like you guys could have a position where you need to know the in crowd and you need to know what's going on in the in crowd type energy here. But for others of you guys, maybe you just talk, or you have a lot of stories from other friends and stuff that you share. And so people that you've dated see you guys as you could gossip a lot. And again, don't take it personal. But there is some sense of mischievousness that's coming through. Like you guys like to play around, goof around, and have a good time. For others of you guys, you may come across as superficial. That doesn't mean that that's the truth. It just means that you guys could dress a certain way that makes you appear superficial, or you guys maybe have certain things in your life that make you appear superficial. So like you have a nice car, or you expect to have nice things, or maybe you go and get your nails done every week, or you get your hair done. Like if it's a guy, you guys could get your hair cut like every week, like always on Sunday. You go in at the same time, and it makes you feel like superficial in a way because you're so worried about your appearance, but it's not. It's just you like to take care of yourselves, right? So this is, again, how they see you, not necessarily truth, okay? With this Neptune energy, you are seen as someone who is very intuitive. And I feel like this is why people you've dated, if their past relationships may have bunked out of your life, because they know they couldn't pull the wool over your eyes. They know that they couldn't like pull one over on you guys. They wouldn't get away with it. But you guys are also seen as very mysterious. You guys could be psychic, and they see that. Like a lot of people see that, right? Like in your life, but people you've dated definitely see you as someone who is psychic. There is some sense of vulnerability coming through here, and you guys love to make memories. And again, that spirituality here. So you guys are seen as someone who's very spiritual. You communicate your spiritualism. You guys could have a social platform here, but you guys are seen as someone who they're not able to actually like pull one over on you guys. So you may have had people who walked out because of that, right? So let me put these down and we'll get some tarot on it. Now I'm going to do my regular tarot and see what comes out. And I'm just going to, like, as I'm getting this set up here, I'm just going to tell you guys whatever comes out. Again, I'm just a channel, okay? And with that being said, know that this does not necessarily make it true. It could resonate with you guys, but it doesn't mean that everything that's going to come out is true, as this is someone's opinion of you, right? That is not the truth of who you are. This is how someone sees you, not how you really are. So let's see. Let me grab the tarot. I mean, you guys are adults. I shouldn't have to explain it, but there are some certain circumstances that come through when I do have to say it. So I'm just as a reminder here for you guys, okay? So, Source, how do people that have dated or are dating, pile number 1, see them. And if you guys are, you know, like, we should date multiple people at once, not to sleep with multiple people at once. This is just to, so we have options, right? And we know what we want to do. So I'm just putting this out there for you guys. So for those of you guys that are like, oh, you shouldn't be dating more than one person at once. Well, you can't really, I mean, if you're sleeping with one person while you're dating them, then, but most of the times we should have multiple dates so that we know what we want. So how does people that have dated or are dating, pile number 1, see them? Thank you, source. One more here, guys. Okay. How do people that are dating or have dated, pile 1, see them? Thank you. How do people that have dated or are dating, pile number 1, see them, source? Thank you. How do people that are dating or have dated, pile number 1, see them? Thank you, source. Okay, they want one more. I wasn't really going to go for a 4-card spread today, but cool. You wanted one more card. What card do you want, source? Oh, stop. How do people that have dated or are dating, pile number 1, see them? Thank you. Must be some kind of clarifying energy that needs to come through here. So what do we have on the bottom of the deck? Oh, snapping a biscuit. Cool. Yeah, you guys are seeing it. We've got Queen of Coins energy coming out. Very powerful, very authoritative. Very much in this role of taking charge of your life, right? Like, they see that. And I feel like that does come with your intuition. You guys are not afraid to listen to your guidance and follow that. Ooh. Someone who has a problem following others' orders. Like, okay, so let me get the cards turned over here. I hear Britney Spears, I'm a slave for you right now. Like, holy moly. What the heck? Okay, so that may have some resonant energy. Sorry, guys. That's a funny song to get channeled for this. Like, totally. So how do people you're dating or have dated see you guys? They do see you guys as someone who doesn't want to take orders from anybody. Whether that's them or a boss or anything. It's like you guys don't like being in a position where you have to get ordered around, or where you're dependent on what somebody tells you to do in life in order to have any stature in life, right? This is like, if you guys are in a job, like, you don't like being at the bottom of the totem pole. You guys are someone that will definitely find a way to work your way up the ladder. You guys also, if you could have your own business or be trying to build your own business or trying to come up with ideas to build your own business because you have a problem with people who get too, I'm just going to say, dizzy on a brick, because there are people who you've dealt with in the past who have tried to control you. And so you guys have a problem with people who are trying to control you, which everybody should, right? Like, but you guys are seen by the people that you have dated or are dating. They can't control you, right? We were talking about that. They can't pull the wool over your eyes. They can't control you. They can't control what you're doing. They can't control what you're doing in life. They can't control how you move. Because you've already done that. Been there, done that. Like, whatever it is in life that has happened before, been there, done that, you don't want to go through it. They see you as someone who's come up from a lot of disastrous things. Like, it kind of seems like for a part of life, there was nothing but a lot of bad luck that was happening to you guys. And this could be friends and family coming through as well. Like, people who've tried to make you fail, people who pushed you down, people who put you in some really precarious positions here. And so they see you as someone who thrives under pressure, like a diamond in the rough. Like, you guys obviously have been through a lot in life, and that could be led by your spiritual journey. You know, spiritual journeys are not for the faint-hearted. This is not an easy journey, right? This is not an easy journey. It's just something that, like, if you're really serious about being spiritual and embracing the life of spirituality, it's like not been an easy journey for you. But it's like, before you even chose to embrace your spiritual nature, it's like the people that you've dated, they've learned stories about you where growing up between, you know, childhood and adolescence, you guys struggled. Whether you had parents who were neglectful or abusive, or just didn't love you the way you needed to be loved. And it's like, you know, and that's another thing, like parents who could have been very controlling, or very controlling mother is an energy that's coming through here. And they see that you guys have blossomed because of that pressure, and they're like sitting in awe because of you. So they see you as someone to look up to, and someone who's inspiring, and someone who's that they can find motivation because of. But at the same time, there's this fear of, like, I feel like that's why the gossiping was coming through, because it's like you trust people quickly to tell them about your past, but you don't necessarily trust people quickly to give them your feelings. And so that's where that gossipy energy could come from. It's kind of like they're like more or less like complaining, like you're free-nilly to complain about your life, which is not what you're doing. You're just trying to share a story, right? And it's like they're kind of like, oh, this person must gossip. Pile one must gossip. Pile one must talk about things. Pile one must like spread everybody else. But all your stories that you're telling have to do with you, or something that you've been through, even if it involves another person. It's always about your experience. And so they see you guys as turning into somebody, or having come up and become somebody who's very stable and who is capable of controlling their own life. You don't want to be controlled, you want to be in control. So you guys could be seen as very controlling individuals, not necessarily of others, but of situations, which is coming out too. And that's not a bad thing, but it can come back and bite you in the rear end sometimes. So just be aware of that, guys. But it's like that. Like, I feel like too, for those of you guys that have known you on your spiritual journey, or have been there through your spiritual journey, your awakening, right? Especially with the World card here, this is absolute awakening. This is like reaching a high ascension point so that we can start the journey over, because there's many ascension points on our life journey. But it's like they feel like you guys actually going through the ascension process may be what caused a lot of bad things to come up, or unhatch for you, is what's coming through. And it's like they see that no matter what, you guys still showed up and focused on what it was that was going to bring you guys stability in life. And you still take action. It's like your past is what drove you to becoming this beautiful Queen of Coins. Like having it all for yourself, taking care of yourself, right? I do hear conceited. I don't like it. It's like that energy of being shallow coming through, like that superficial. It's like you guys have worked hard for what you have. You guys have gone far for what you have. You guys have experienced enough so that you know what it is that you like to take care of you guys. So I keep seeing sneakers here. Some of you guys may be Jordans collectors, or you collect Jordans, or you guys collect shoes. You know, like somebody that has like a closet full of shoes that are still in the box and they never wear them, or if they wear them, they take them out. Like, you get a crease in your shoe, you're going to be mad. Like, that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. But it's like, that's because it's what you like. You know, it's not, it has nothing to do with superficial energy. It has nothing to do with being shallow. It just has everything to do with, like, you learned to like this when you were a kid, and you didn't like getting shoes with a crease in them, and you like taking care of your stuff and keeping it clean and then working hard for it. It's like you save up your money for what you have. So it's like, if you guys do have a closet full of shoes, it's not like you guys just went and bought them willy-nilly just when, you know, and made yourselves destitute because of it. You guys actually saved up for it so that you could afford it. And that's why you guys, it's like something you do. Maybe every month you go on a shoe shopping spree. I don't know why this is coming through. It's so specific and random at the same time. But that's what's coming through. And they do feel like you guys have been very unfortunate in life. Okay, and they see that about you. They see that there's some sort of unfortunate events that you guys have had to experience. But at the same time, you see the success that's surrounding this misfortune. And it's like, that's what they see too. They see you as someone who's not easily knocked down. Let's get some clarifiers out on it, Source. Can I please have some clarifiers for pile number 1? Oh, they want me to shuffle. I was shuffling. Not the kind of shuffle we want. Okay. I cut my nails and now it's hard to pick up the cards. La 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 la. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. I feel like you guys are really kind of goofy. And they see that too. Like, I'm really goofy on here. Okay, so we had the Five of Wands come out. Yeah. And that's like, it wanted to be over here by the Queen of Coins. So I'm going to put it over here. They see you guys that no matter what comes your way, you guys always find balance once again. Like, it might take a little while. You know, it's not like you're going to get it the first try, or some of you guys do get it the first try, but you guys always find balance. They see you as someone who is easy to make a friend with, and you're like a ride or die. So like when you trust and love somebody in life, you're a ride or die. Like you're not going to turn your back on them. Like that is like a complete package for you. It's like if I trust you and we get into this together, then that's it. Like the world coming out again. Boom, right there by the world. Yeah, they see you guys as somebody who is willing to do what it takes to get where you're going. Like you have a goal, you're going to work hard to realize that goal, right? And it's like you're not afraid to start, but you're also very fixated, right? These are all fixed signs on this card. You have Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius energies here. These are all fixed signs, and fixed signs don't like change. Right? They're right in the middle of the season. That's when the season's at its fullest. It's like in bloom and blossom, whatever it is in that season. It's like in the fullest of its expression. And that's what they see here. It's like you and being in the fullness of your expression. No matter what comes, you still show up as this person. You still show up as your authentic self. And it's like you become more authentic day in and day out. And that's just a part of the journey, but no matter what happens, you still always show up as authentic as you are in that moment. Yeah, and you guys have been through it all. Like, through it all. Like, they see you guys as someone who's dealt with manipulative, overbearing, narcissistic, psychologically inept is what I just heard. So, okay, that was an interesting one. But people who just don't give a rat's patoot about you or where you're going in life. Right? That's what they see. They see you as someone who's not going to give in to this energy anymore. Like, again, this is that diamond in the rough energy. It's like you're formed under pressure. You maybe look like a piece of coal to someone who's in this energy. But the more that they put pressure on you and the more that they push you, the more that someone tells you you can't, the more that someone tells you who you have to be, the more you unfold into your truest nature. It's like maybe you guys are wondering if there's ever going to be a break in your life, and this is kind of off the topic here, but it's coming through here. It's like maybe you guys are wondering if there's ever going to be a break in your life, and it's almost like this is just confirmation that you're at your greatest when you're under pressure. Yeah, and sometimes they think that you guys don't see things in the whole. Like it's like sometimes you may get involved with people like this, but your guys' flame burns so bright, it's like a moth to the flame. And so sometimes it's like they feel like you guys manifest people who are like this. And it's not that you guys are manifesting it. It's again, it's like that sense of bringing pressure into your life so you guys can continue to build and to grow and not conform to this old idea and this old belief system. And so they see you guys as sometimes manifesting these types of people, but they also at the same time, right? This kind of feels like contradictive energy, but they feel like at the same time when these people come into your life, you're also shining brighter than you ever have. And that kind of baffles them. Like they're kind of like, whoa, pile one, like this is crazy. Let's get some oracles out on it. Wow, that was quick. Thank you, source. Yeah, like we have completion on the bottom with full moon. I wasn't going to show you guys, but it's like you have the world card twice, and the world card talks about ending cycles. So you guys, it's like maybe you guys aren't in that fixed energy, right? Like you're not, oh my gosh, I'm never going to leave. Like I'm never going to change. Like I feel like you guys have gotten very comfortable with change, and that's why things have transformed for you guys throughout this process. It's like you guys have allowed yourselves an opportunity, wow, to really grow. So what do we have here? Yeah, immutable energy, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces with surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. What was I just talking about? Change, right? It's like you guys have gotten used to change, and we have welcoming change. I was just talking about it. And source is like, yep, that's what I wanted you to say, Becky. That's what I wanted you to say. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay, this makes sense. So this flew out over on, and it literally landed right on top of it like that. I think it's right off the camera. You guys can't see it, so I'm sorry. I guess I could push it over, but then that would be off camera. Anyways, they think that, like, the people that see you, that you have a skewed version of what equality is, and that's not true at all. You guys have learned what is equal give and take because of the bad relationships, but they see you as someone who, like, they see you as someone, again, with that superficial energy, as someone who demands idolization, or someone who demands being put on a pedestal, which you don't. You just know your worth, okay? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but this is coming from low vibrational energy over here, this energy of being like, they see you as someone who could manifest these types of people, and also someone out there says, oh, pile one doesn't know what it is to have an equal give and take relationship, because they're always getting involved with people who don't want to give back to them. But you've, like, learned your lessons, and so there are other people in your life that are this energy, or that have been in your life that are in this energy, and they're like, oh, well, pile number one just wants to be placed on some sort of pedestal, and that's not the truth at all. Like, it's like, you just know your worth, and when you know your worth, it makes lower vibrational people jealous, angry, upset, because they cannot manipulate you. So we have the Peregrine Falcon with observation here, 25. This is, again, connecting with your intuition, the third eye. This is the eye of Horus coming through. Wow, excuse me. Okay, let's see. Let's get one of these, and you want this one. Okay. Whoa, that is too many, Source. I'm sorry. I'm just going to put those back. That is way too many. No. Okay, I just want one. Sorry, I'm not even going to play that game today. We're not. Source, one card, please. One card. That one. That one? That one. Oh, okay. Alright, they're not letting me get away with one, so I don't know what the deal is here. I didn't know what's going on. Okay, let's see here. Let me get one of these from my homemade deck. This is just my channeled messages deck. Source, can I please have one of these for pile number one? Thank you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have holding together on a prayer and a piece of bubble gum. Like, this is what I was saying, like, that struggle energy. It's like, you guys, what was I saying? Like, you just wanted to break. Like, so they do see that, like, that you guys are just praying for a break. Can I please just get a break? But also knowing that you guys are formed under pressure. And it's like, but that's that energy coming through, holding together on a prayer and a piece of bubble gum. And then we have time to let go of anger and speak in a calm, clear, and concise manner. So that was like, some of you guys could have some anger, some pent up anger about some past situations, which, you know, it's understandable, but forgiveness is the key to happiness in life. We have Venus energy here. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Again, you guys are learning your value, your worth. You're learning to see yourself from a place of beauty. And this Venus energy is all about taking care of yourself. So what I was saying earlier, if you guys go and you get your hair done, you get your nails done, or you guys take yourself out to a spa experience every week, like, that's the energy that's coming through here. It's like, people, they see that as being shallow, but at the same time, that's self-love. You're taking care of yourself because you take pride in yourself. You know your worth. Spring, equinox, rebirth. So they see you as someone who's been through many transformations and let go of previous cycles and blossomed and bloomed into this beautiful creature. Like, very unique. They see you as someone who's very unique. Whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you identify with, it doesn't matter. Like, they just see you as a beautiful, unique person who excels in this life that oftentimes makes so many people fold under pressure. So we have number 15, which is 6, practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective, right? And we have the hangman energy here, and that's that energy coming through. It's like they want you guys to see things from this equality place, but I feel like that's what you guys are learning if you haven't already learned that. It's like shedding light on your own internal truth here on what is an equal give and take relationship for you guys. Okay, and for some of you guys, this just means that there's people in this reversed energy, this shadow energy, that are like, oh, well, you need to see things from a different place. Like, again, how they see you. Not everybody is going to be in their highest good coming towards you on these readings, right? Some people are just going to come from this place of shadow work and shadow energy. And so it's a two-edged knife here. Some people are like, oh, wow, you know, pile one's super compassionate. They're seeing all their life from a fresh perspective. But there are other energies that are coming through saying, like, you need to see things differently than you do. Like, you need to come down a notch. Like, and you don't. That's not at all what you have to do. And number 5, we have simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings you brings happiness to those around you. This is why you guys are very kind, gentle people, right? You guys oftentimes in life have found yourselves in situations where you were people pleasers and you gave too much to people. And because of that, you had to learn the hard way what it meant to take care of yourselves. So, okay, should I get a channel message? No, I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not going to do channel messages today. Okay, so let's check out what your Lenormand card was. I'm excited. I love these cards. I think they're so beautiful. This is the Grand Tableau. I don't have a Grand Tableau yet. I'm going to either make one or get one. So let's see. You guys got Tree. So this could be a soulmate. This could be friends and family. Didn't I say that this could be family? And we're talking about Tree as family, right? Like, number 5, again, that very uncomfortable place of change. Number 5 here. But the Tree is all about, like, your family, your health, the things that you have in your life, right? Your growth, your ancestry, your history, your past. So this is like past energies that are coming through. This is family energies that are coming through as well. So it's like the way they see you with your families. But I was saying, like, this energy here is saying, like, oh, like, you guys have dealt with a bad family. You guys maybe fell off from the family tree. Like they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but you guys rolled down the hill and across the bridge and over the woods to grandmother's house we go. Right? So you guys, like, fell way far away from your family tree. And they see that, like, you guys had to experience a lot of judgment and mishaps in your family growing up because you were different than they were. And it's not right and it's not fair, but they do see that you guys have formed out of that separation. You guys have become really strong and centered in who you are. And others are very much like this. Why can't you be like your family? Because when you're like your family, then I get to do whatever I want to you. And I'm the one that's in control. And that's not the journey that you're on. Okay? So I hope that this helps. This is what I have for you guys, pile number 1. If it does resonate, hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. Set that notification bell so you guys get notified when the next video does get uploaded. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, guys, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. This is for those of you guys that chose pile number 2 or this blue obsidian that's set in this necklace setting with the orca on it. I hope you guys can see that okay. This is going to be your reading on how do people you are dating or have dated see you guys. And I just feel like I need to say this. I've said it on pile 1. I'll say it on all the piles today. So that you guys, it's so that it's equal give and take, right? This is people's opinions on you, right? So it's not to be taken seriously. Take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't make it true. And it's just coming from their version, right? So we're looking at their consciousness, not their subconsciousness. This is what they see in the 3D, not from the spiritual realm, okay? So with that in mind, if these resonate, hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a video. Keeping in mind that as you guys interact with my channel, it allows me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you guys out more resonant readings. So as always, we will start with the dice and we'll ask what it is that the people you are dating or have dated see you, and then we'll get some tarot on it and see what happens. Okay, so source for pile number 2. How do the people that they have dated or are dating see them? For pile number 2. How do the people that they are dating or have dated see them? Source. Okay, so we have 11th house, Scorpio energy with Mars. Let me get this set up here. So I'm going to say those out loud so that way if I accidentally knock one over, I know what it is. Mars. Okay, let me get this set up for you guys right here. Right here. Whoa, see, exactly. That's why I said it. Barely touched it and everything changed. Okay, guys, here we go. So they see you guys as a social butterfly. Oh my gosh, what is up with your dice? Why? Why, guys? Why? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, they see you as someone who could be scatterbrained. That's why this is happening. It just came through. It's like scatterbrained sometimes. Don't take it as an insult. Sometimes scatterbrained people are actually the most intelligent and most observant people. It's just because you got so much going on. You guys also are someone who's seen by them as going after the future, what you want, your dreams, your ambitions, your aspirations, right? They see you as someone who's super protected. So this could be people who've maybe sent bad juju your way in hopes that it would trip you up, or someone who's maybe like, yes, our exes, our people that we've dated can do that, right? They can send curses, because curses is just words put together against somebody, right? Wishing them bad luck or bad wishes. And it's like they could realize that maybe you're protected because they did that and it came back on them, okay? They also see you as someone who is recognized. As soon as you go somewhere, you guys are recognized. People are like, oh, hey, look, Pile 2 is here. Like, hey, Pile 2, what's going on, homie? Let's get it, go, got it, right? Like, you guys are always seen wherever you go out. It doesn't matter if you know people or you don't know, or you do or you don't know people. Like, people recognize you. They are always willing to give you things. You get gifts all the time. They see you as someone who gets a lot of praise and recognition. That's the biggest one coming through here, is recognition. They also see you as someone who's very sexual, right? Sexual healing. Yeah, Marvin Gaye, bring it. Okay. But someone who is passionate and driven. You guys are very seductive. Ooh, okay. They see you as someone who is powerful, sometimes controlling, sometimes very bold and intense and intimidating, right? Especially with the Scorpio and the Mars energy together, because Mars was originally ruled by, Scorpio was originally ruled by Mars before the discovery of Pluto. And so you have this aggressive energy. Mars, the god of war, like, it's like this very aggressive war planet coming through here, mixing it with Scorpio energy, which is very secretive. Like, when a Scorpio comes out, they sting you with their stinger, right? They're not going to put up with anything. They come in and they, like, sting you really hard, and they don't care if it hurts, because it's like, I'd rather protect myself than to get involved in your bullnarchy, okay? Whatever that is. I don't know where that came from, but sure. They do see you guys as sometimes being vindictive. Okay, and again, keep in mind what I said at the beginning of the reading. You guys don't always show your emotions, but with that being said, you're always restructuring your lives, and you guys are always learning new things. So you guys could be very much in the closet of doing shadow work behind closed doors, not talking about it. And because of that, you guys are always transforming. You guys are always growing psychologically, in the expansion of love, in the expansion of your own inner truth and authenticity. And it's like trying to keep up with this drive that they don't even know what your drive is, right? Like, they don't know what's driving you, but they see you as someone who is driven. And so there's this very aggressive energy that comes with Mars as well. And that's why I was saying that you guys can be vindictive and aggressive. But I feel like that comes from having to learn how to protect yourself from situations that weren't necessarily ideal for you. Okay, you guys definitely assert yourselves. You guys are taking care of your body, and you guys live on your survival instincts. And then we also have sexual energy with the Mars energy here. So definitely they see you as someone who's very sexual, very seductive, very like intriguing, and very attractive in a very sexual manner. Not necessarily beyond that, but they do see you as someone they want to get in bed with, like under the sheets. And you guys are passionate. Like, your passion spills over into everything. Like, it's like whatever you guys do, you do very intently, intensely, and passionately. And so it spills over into everything. And this is how people you've dated or are dating see you guys as the socialite, seductive god or goddess or person being. Let me get my block out the way. Let's get some tarot on it, guys. Let's see what else comes through. So source for pile number 2, how do people they are dating or have dated see them? How do people they are dating or have dated see them? Thank you. How do people they are dating or have dated see them? Pile number 2. How do people that are dating them? Wow, thank you. That came out quickly. Thank you very much. Okay, so source for pile number 2. How do people that they are dating or have dated see them? Whoa, thank you. It's like the cards go flying so far. Like, oh my goodness. How do people that are dating or have dated pile number 2 see them? And I guess we're doing a 4-card spread today, which I wasn't doing, but I did it for pile 1, and I don't want you guys to feel left out. So, last card for pile number 2. Thank you very much. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, the Emperor. Gosh, this makes so much sense. You guys could have Aries energy highly aspect in your charts, or fire energy. You do not have to, but with this Mars energy and the Emperor coming out, very Aryan energy coming through here, they see you guys as a boss or a lady boss, whatever you guys identify with. You guys are here to do what you need to do, and you're not afraid. You know, the Emperor, let's take a second to talk about the Emperor here for a second. Let's take a second for a second, okay, guys? The Emperor's not afraid to do the dirty work, right? As long as it's protecting his empire, he's not afraid to come across as a bad guy. He's not afraid to be seen in a bad light. He's not afraid to be seen as someone who's powerful and intimidating, because he has to take care of his empire. He's not only taking care of himself, he has to take care of his subjects first. His city, wherever it is that he resides at, right? This could be a whole country, this could be a whole group of countries, a whole state, whatever it is, you know, the empire, whatever falls under the empire, all of that is under his command and his protection. And so it's like you guys are seen as someone who's not afraid to take care of your own, and it comes from having experienced some unsettling circumstances in the past, and it also comes from having some very unstable situations from past, whether that's relationships or family situationships. And so you guys are seen as someone who does not allow yourself to enjoy childish antics, right? So it's like, I don't do shenanigans. Like, you guys, you are not ever going to be somebody that's seen in a place of doing shenanigans, or at least that's how you come across to these people that you've dated. Like, so maybe they tried to play pranks on you, and you basically put your foot down and you're like, nope, I'm not going to play this with you. That's not how it's going to be. And then we have the Ace of Swords coming out. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's exactly it. It's like you guys are seen as someone who can be conceited. Like, you guys are you're very goal-focused. What is a focused? Someone grab the sporks. Okay, jeez. So, you guys are very goal-focused, and it has to do with that. And again, we're not looking at this as being very serious. It can resonate with you guys, absolutely. But again, this is how people see you, so this is all opinion-focused, okay? I just want you guys to remember that. But they see you as someone who could be very conceited, very goal-focused, and you guys are not afraid to... You know, coming back to that Scorpio energy here, you're not afraid to sting or hurt people who get in your way. Even if they're not intentionally getting in your way, even if they accidentally step in your way, like, you're basically going to push them aside. Like, no, get out of my way. Right? And it's like they could see you guys as being nosy. Like, you guys are always wanting to find out information about other people. It could be you guys have a naturally curious energy around you. You're just naturally curious. You guys always ask questions, and that is spilled over into asking questions about the people that are in your life, asking about the people that they know, the things that they're doing, what's going on. But they do see you as someone who's nosy for no good. Like, okay, and they see you as someone who you guys could have an addiction, or they see you as someone who is addicting. Okay, like, again, we had that sexual energy come through, so it's a Temperance here in the reverse. We're talking about addictions and lack of healing, right? But it's like this is someone who could become very easily obsessed because they're obsessed with your sexual energy, right? We've grown up into a time and space where now sex is the only thing that people respond to or rely on in a lot of circumstances, not always, but they're taking away, and rather than focusing on the emotional and the mental and the spiritual bond, people are now focused on the physical bond, and that's all there is. And so these could be people who are very much addicted to your sexual energy. Like, you guys might have people constantly reaching back out to you after you've dumped them or let them go or walked away from them, and you're like, why would I ever invite you back into my life? Or you could have like booty calls, right? Like booty calls that are constantly treating you like a booty call, and you're like done with that information, or that life, and you guys are putting your foot down and you're like saying, no, I'm not going to live that anymore. And so people feel that you've dated, they feel like you guys have come into this place of being truly conceited, and you don't care whose feelings you hurt, you don't care who you step on, you don't care who you get to, because you're always wanting to find a better route to getting there. And they're like, it's almost like this energy of like, but I'm addicted to you, pile two, so you should do what I want you to do. And you're in this place of being like, I don't care who you're addicted to or who you're not addicted to. That's your problem and not mine. And that's exactly how you should be. Okay, like sometimes people get it in their head that because, you know, they're the ones that are suffering, or they're the ones that are dealing with the hurt and the anxiety from a situation, that they have to put that on the other person. And that's not at all. But what I was saying is you guys became this emperor energy because of past situations where you got involved with people who are exactly like they're seeing you as. So I do feel like this is a past energy coming in. This could absolutely be a present energy that you guys are healing and dealing with and closing the cycle, especially with the 10 here on the Wheel of Fortune. But if you look at this, this is energy saying that this conceited energy, this is like, I'm in it only for me. I'm only doing what's right for me, not from a self-love place, but from a I don't care, like entitled place, right? And so it's like you guys have dealt with that in your past, and it's that energy that has left you guys wanting, and in a place of wanting someone to care about you or see you or hear you or appreciate you or notice you. And so it's like you guys are now in this place of taking care of yourself, and they see you guys as always being the butt of misfortune, and you're learning that you have to set down the boundaries. You're learning that I'm the one that makes the rules in this game, where maybe at one point you followed someone else's rules along the journey. Yeah. We have the moon coming out. Very secretive. You guys are very secretive. So, okay, that makes sense now with this 5 of Cups. So what was happening is that you guys used to tell everybody your business, okay? Whether it was good or bad, it didn't matter. It's like you guys came from a place of maybe telling people your business. And so that's why I was saying like this nosiness. It's like they could be really nosy, and they see you guys as being nosy because you're always sharing your business. You know how people say, oh, if they share their business, they're going to share my business. Like if they're so free with whatever they've got going on, then I'm not going to tell them anything. And then you guys all of a sudden have turned, and now you guys are very secretive. And so they feel like now that you guys don't talk about you, all you guys are doing is trying to find information to pass on about either them or people you know. And so, which again, it's like you guys healing something or some aspect of yourselves put you in a much higher vibration. And they see you as being surrounded by friends and always getting recognition. And so it's like, if you guys aren't talking about yourself, then who are you talking about? And that's what they're thinking, or that's what they're seeing here with you. When in truth, with the moon here, all that's happened is you guys have just basically gone from, I'm not even going to focus on lives, people's lives, my own life, their lives, whatever. And I'm going to focus on what it is that I'm driving towards, right? Whatever it is that you're passionate about. So some people do see that, but most people, they feel like you guys are a manipulator. They feel like you guys are a smooth talker. They feel like you guys say exactly what you want to say, and you guys somehow are able to manifest whatever you want in your life because you guys are good with words, right? In reality, you guys are just really hard workers. And I feel like this is just Source reminding you again, it's people's opinions of you. And so let me tell you how you really are. They don't see, if you look at this, right? They're looking this way. Right? Even here, they're looking this way. It's like they see you guys from a past light and they're not seeing what you are now. And it's like you guys are having to build this boundary with the Emperor and the Seven of Coins here. You guys are having to build this boundary and this safety net for yourself, and remember that working on yourself is all that matters. And it's like maybe been a challenge for you guys, especially like in the dating world. It's like I just want someone to be there that's for me, that sees me and sees who I am. But finding that when you guys have taken this journey, and it's not necessarily easy, right? Because it's not about settling. Yeah, you don't want to settle, and you know you have choices, right? And maybe in the past you may have been in this energy, but if you were, you're not so much anymore. But people are taking you based on something that they once assumed that you were. Just this is an interesting pile. So for pile number 2, Source, can we get some oracle cards out on it? Yeah. Look, this wants to be over the Emperor. We have synergy flying out here, Green Man, right? And this literally talks about, if you think about it, without the trees, we wouldn't exist, because the trees breathe oxygen and we breathe out carbon and they breathe in the carbon. And it's like this synergistic energy. Or you think about honeybees and flowers, they pollinate the flowers and the flowers give them nectar to make their honey. It's a very synergistic energy coming through here. And so this is what you guys have built for yourself, is some sort of synergy around your life, and you're not sharing that. And so because you're not sharing that, because you're not giving that to everybody, even your people that you've dated, when maybe once you did. So this could be people that have known you for a while, and maybe not, you know, maybe people that have just learned through the grapevine that this is exactly how you are, and it's not. And they're just seeing that, like, oh my gosh, like, you must be a smooth talker. You must be someone who always keeps secrets, like just things on the back burner. And it's not, you're just not somebody who shares your life. Like, you just don't share it like that. And they see you as someone who's very powerful. But again, with lightning, we have this very dualistic nature. So it's like, without the good, there cannot be the bad. And it's like, everybody here, it feels like it's focused on the bad aspects of you. What's peaking here? When you're really a nurturing person, with Gaia coming out here. Yeah, you're a very nurturing person, right? But they see you as someone who's very powerful. But you see this lightning. Without lightning, there is no thunder, right? Without the bad, there is no good. It would literally cease to exist. Because if we took away all the bad in the world, what would we have to call good? Nothing. It would just simply be as it is. And so we live in this place of contrast and this dualistic energy. And so right now, they're seeing you as someone who's building power by living fully in this dualistic energy, but living in the negative aspect of it, which again, I don't feel like you guys are. I just feel like you guys stopped doing something that was very negative by nature, and you're rubbing somebody's demons the wrong way. Yeah, 28, soul, butterfly. So this is the thing, like, you guys are on your path. Like, this is from Source. This isn't even how they see you, okay? This is from Source reminding you guys, you're taking the path destined for your life. You have all this blue energy, this blue butterfly back here. Like, the transformation in your life is real. You guys have come up from whatever it was that you used to do. Maybe you guys did used to gossip. Maybe you guys did used to spread rumors. Whatever it is, who cares? That was then, this is now, and this is a whole different life, right? And again, I'm not here to judge and be like, oh, you shouldn't do that, pile 2. You know what? Everybody does it. We're humans. It's a very human thing to do, is to gossip, to spread rumors, to spread lies, because we didn't know any better. And so it's like, it's very rare when you meet people who haven't done that. And it's like, the people that you have met that don't do it are usually the people that have gone through a huge extensive healing regimen to find their own inner worth. And the reason that people spread gossip and stuff like that is because they feel, again, you're doing something that's rubbing someone's inner demons the wrong way. Okay? And yeah, even people you've dated, not everybody has their best intentions for you. Look, and what was I talking about? Kindness. We have the fruit bat, flying fox, kindness, and that nurturing energy. In reality, you guys are very kind and generous, and you guys are very nurturing people. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people don't get to see this aspect of you because they be messing up before things get real. They be messing up, and you're like, sorry guys, I'm out like last year's business, like, it's done. We have house 5, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. Yeah, you guys are seen as someone who's very confident, right? Of course you are with the Emperor here, with passion and play. But I feel like with passion and play and children, creativity, like you guys don't always let yourselves play because you're, like, again, you're not going to goof around with people. Like somebody be coming in and they're like, oh, I'm going to play a prank on pile 2. And you're like, no, get out of here with that. Like it just really doesn't work for you. Like that's not something that you're necessarily into. You're just, no, I'm not okay with pranks. And maybe that's because you guys were played pranks on when you were kids and it was something that really impacted you. But it's like you'd rather people take life seriously. And it's like, don't be afraid to play, right? Don't be afraid to play. But at the same time, it's like they don't see you guys as someone who plays. They see you guys as someone who's passionate, driven, and confident. Like that's why house 5 came through here. And then we have trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Yeah, they see you guys as like getting what you want, but they think that it's because you guys are smooth talkers, when in reality, it's because you guys have learned how to heal very broken aspects, not broken, very toxic aspects of yourself, right? None of us are broken. Like that's an illusion that any of us are broken. We're all whole beings. We've just forgotten how to be ourselves. And that's what this journey is all about, is getting closer to ourselves, our divine light within. That's what drawing close to God or drawing close to source is, right? Romance. We have lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection, 25. Your guys' love language is gift giving. And people that you've dated or are dating, they see that, especially with house 5 and this coming out together. It's like people see you guys as gift giving. And that's why the King of Swords is in reverse here, because you guys, maybe you don't know how to express yourselves fully. And so instead of expressing it or putting it into words, it's like, I'd rather give you something that would mean something to you. And so maybe people just take that the wrong way. And they're like, oh, that's them trying to manipulate me into doing what they want for them. And it's really not. It's like, if they really just took a second to understand you, they would see that that's your love language. Like, you're not a person who's necessarily very, like, you are nurturing, right? But that doesn't mean that you're touchy-feely. You don't have to be nurturing and be touchy-feely, right? Especially with the Emperor here. Like, it's very like, I'm totally cool with standing in my bubble all by myself and, you know, sharing the people I love with gifts. Like, I'm cool with that, right? Like, and then we have 37. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are here with you, so you will always consider them. Like, you're very considerate of the people that you're dating. You're always aware of them being there, and you're always have them on your mind. But the other thing here, too, is that I feel like people see you as someone that they want as their partner, but they're too scared to get involved with you because they don't understand the depth of who you are and what it is that you give when it comes to love. And so they see you as someone who's manipulative when in truth you're not. Right? Look at this. We have, unfortunately, this connection is built on lies and secrets to teach you discernment. This is how people, gosh, they were ruthless. This is how the people you've dated, they feel like you've lied to them. So you guys could be super good looking, especially with the Scorpio energy here. But that sexual energy, it's kept coming through. It's like you guys could have such a strong sexual energy or sexual presence that people just think that you're automatically lying to them and that you have like 12 partners on the side or something like that. You know, and I don't feel like that's you at all. I feel like the thing is that you guys are very aware. You're consciously aware of the people who are in your energy, and you do consider them, right? You do consider them with act as if your partner is here. You do very much consider them being there. And it's like, you're not trying to hurt people, but it's like people take it the wrong way. And it's not anything that you're doing. It's just that you guys are very unique in the way that you show love and affection. And that's, you know, everybody has an idea of what we should be when it comes to love, and that's not who we're supposed to be at all, right? And so I feel like you guys have gotten involved with people, or you are involved with people who expect you to be a certain way, and you're not that way, and so they feel like you guys are lying. And then we have, don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. Yeah, so it's like, this gives me that vibe of like, if somebody's falling in love with you, they say, I love you. And you're like the one that's like, oh, thanks. Like, you say thank you and you go about your day, not even thinking that hurt them, because it's just not like, it's not in you to really be that vocal about your feelings. And so it's like you didn't think you hurt them, when in reality you maybe have hurt them a lot, and so they automatically go to this dark place, like, oh, pile two, they're like this, that, and the other, they're this, that, and the other, and oh my gosh, I can't, like, with pile two. And it's like, and you're over there like totally oblivious. Not in a bad way. What is it? It's like innocence is bliss. Like, that's you. You're over here innocently being yourself, blissful in your state of life, not even knowing what happened, because you're not a mind reader. Okay, like, hello. Let's be real. You're not a mind reader, and people expect you to be a mind reader. Get out. If you don't vocalize how you feel, then another person cannot ever correct themselves. And you cannot ever expect them to correct themselves either. And so that's the thing. It's like, because you guys aren't very vocal, but I feel like if things go wrong, you will say something, right? Of course, you're the emperor. You will say what's going on with you. And so these people that have been in your life maybe have been very in their shadow energy and not capable of handling the truth of where you're at and the truth that you bring into this connection and there's into these connections. And it's scary, right? When someone's very healed and you come in and you're dealing with someone who's not healed, they expect you to be a certain way. And because you're healed, you have no expectations. And so you have this completely unbalanced connection, right? You're not expecting them to give you love. You're not expecting them to lift you up. You're not expecting them to do anything for you except to just be. And then you have them over here like, well, I expect pile two to say this, and I expect pile two to do this, and I expect pile two to blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, expectations set us up for disappointment, right? Like that. And I feel like you're very much in this place of like understanding that, and you know that, but I feel like the people that you've dated in the past don't know that, and that's because you guys are learning how to discern the energy that is good for you and the energy that is toxic for you guys, and that's just a process here. But also, you guys are brought into other people's lives to teach them how to fall back in love with themselves. And so you guys maybe have a hard time connecting or getting a solid relationship because you guys are actually healers in your own right, teaching others how to not rely on another person for their happiness. Because that's not what this life is about. We're not meant to rely on someone else for their happiness, for our happiness, right? Look, I knew this was going to come out for you guys. I wish I had said that. Like, I was going to say, I feel like birds is coming out for you guys. And here we have birds. And what was I saying? Like, they feel like you gossip. And that's what birds, it talks about gossip, right? It can be gossip. It can be communication, messages that are coming to you guys. That is so crazy. Like, I really felt like this is coming through. Also, social media. Didn't I say that you guys have a social media presence? Like, so it could just be that you guys have such a profound presence in your community, online, that people are just intimidated by that. And so they immediately let their mind go to the worst possible thoughts. Like, they're not thinking anything positive because they're thinking all these negative things, right? And so that's the birds, what is coming in here for you guys. And oh gosh, that is so crazy. I wish I had said that when I started your guys' pile, but that's okay. I just kept feeling that when I got the dice, like, gosh, this feels like birds. If birds comes through for you guys, like, that's cool. It's just a confirmation for me that I knew, I felt it. Like, I felt it before it ever began. So that's a really cool confirmation. So anyways, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this resonates. If it does, please hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell so you guys get notified when the next video does go live. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here, pile 2, but until next time, stay human. Bye! Hello, my fellow humans that chose pile number 3, or this beautiful zebra jasper. This is going to be your reading on how people you have dated or are dating see you guys. Now, before I get started, just a disclaimer here to keep in mind that we are connecting with people's consciousness, not their subconscious. So this is going to be people's opinions about you. They could be good, they could be bad. So just take that as it resonates and keep that in mind. This is just how they see you from their conscious mind. So I feel like I need to say that on these piles today because This was not an intended reading to connect with the subconscious mind. This is literally about their conscious thoughts, what's going on in the here and the now in this physical realm. If these do resonate with you guys, though, hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the reading, and to subscribe to the channel, set that notification bell so you guys know when the next video does get uploaded. Keeping in mind that as you guys interact with my channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy to get you out more resonate readings. So as always, let's get started with the dice reading, and then we'll get some tarot out on it and find out, and we'll see your guys' Lenormand card at the end. So source, for pile number 3, how do people they have dated or are dating see them? For pile number 3, source, how do people they are dating or have dated see them, source? Okay, so we've got 9th house, Leo energy, and Mercury. Welcome to the playing field, Mercury. Alright, let me set these up for you guys, and then I'll move this over. We got Leo. We've got Mercury. Okay, yeah, right there. That should be good. Okay. I hope that's alright for you guys. It looks pretty good on mine. So, how do they see you? Well, they see you as someone who's uber confident. Like, let's just say that right off the bat. It's funny because I shuffle my cards, and on the bottom I got the strength, which is Leo energy. So, definitely is someone who's brave heart, right? Like, I call Leos my brave hearts because no one is braver than a Leo. And that's not to make anybody who isn't a Leo feel bad. It's just, when you think about a Leo at their heart, their nature, they're very loving, they're very caring, and when they're in their light aspect, they are very brave, and they want everybody, they encourage everybody, like they're life's cheerleader, right? So, but they also aren't afraid to cut people off that aren't, you know, doing good in their lives, or that aren't serving them in a good, high and light, loving way, right? So if it's somebody that's toxic, they will be very quick to cut you out. And so Leos are very, very interesting that way. They're very intriguing fixed signs, that's for sure. So you've got the fiery aspect of that. But then you have the fiery aspect of the 9th house, ruled by Sagittarius energy here, which is the house of religion, which is the house of spirituality. This could be you guys maybe are divinators, right? Like maybe you guys do oracle readings, tarot readings, dice reading, rune readings. Maybe you guys throw bones or candle wax readings or tea and coffee leaf readings. I think that's how, coffee grounds. Yeah, tea leaves and coffee grounds, whatever it is. Maybe you guys have some aspect of divination about you guys, or you guys have a psychic gift that you use to help others. You guys could also get very pronounced dreams here. I don't know why that's coming through, because there's not actually anything here saying that. It's just that's something that I'm feeling in my core right now, that you guys get very pronounced dreams and you guys use those to help others out. Also, you guys could travel a lot. They see you as someone who's well traveled, right? See you as someone who is not afraid to immerse themselves into other cultures and not afraid to journey outside of the normal comfort realm of yourself and your background. They see you as someone who's very wise and someone who isn't afraid to give guidance in life from that wisdom that you've learned. It's always based on your own experience. Like, I definitely in my heart feel that you're someone who wouldn't tell someone to do something unless you yourself have experienced it. You're not going to give guidance to somebody just on a willy-nilly whim. Like, you're actually very wise and experienced in the way that you guys go about your life. And so your wisdom comes from that. You're seen as a leader by them. Someone who's playful. Like, you're someone who'll get down and have a good time with them and not be afraid to embrace your inner child when you're around others. Like, you guys probably live in your inner child all the time. And so that's something that's definitely seen. Very charismatic. You guys are generous. There are times when you guys do come across as selfish and dominating and vain, maybe possibly egotistical here. Because you guys with this Leo energy want to be the center of attention. That is what Leo does. They're just automatically the center of attention. They're ruled by the sun. And without the sun, the world would not exist. And so that's naturally just something that comes to you. I don't think it's something that you guys necessarily go out and seek. It's just who you are. You guys are very popular because you're fun. Because you guys are outgoing and warm. And you guys have a very artistic side to you. But the people that you have dated or are dating might see you guys as someone who is egotistical and vain because of the way that you guys present yourself, or maybe again present your wisdom. What I was saying is like you guys are wise from experience, and so maybe you guys give advice and it's unwarranted advice, and so they see you guys as always like, oh, pile 3 just knows it all, and like they just always feel like they have to say something and this, that, and the other. And it's not like you guys are necessarily like that. It's just, again, you come from a place of experience, and sometimes that scares people, and even people that you think might want to be there for you for the long haul, and it just is an intimidating aspect in life. You guys are very good with your communication, and they see that you are very intelligent. Some of you guys may know multiple languages, like English may not be your first language, and that could be another disconnect as to why some people think that you're vain or egotistical, is because you guys did grow up in a different culture than they did, and so there's that disconnect between you guys and their, and like that familiar, what do they call them, euphemisms and things that they say, like oh, it's just a saying, when people are like, oh, it's just a saying. And so like you have different sayings than they do. And so because of that, there's like that disconnect. And that's what sometimes may make you come across as egotistical and vain. It's not to say that you guys are. Again, we are looking at their opinions on you guys, okay? You guys definitely are connected with your childhood as school friends, people that you spent your youth with. You guys also do run in the sense of duality. So there are times when you guys are really, really, really reasonable. And there are other times when you guys are maybe not so reasonable because you're being ruled by the emotion side of yourself, which is fine. That's a very human aspect of ourselves. But you guys are very lively, and I feel like the people that you've dated really enjoy that aspect of you, that you guys are so lively, and that you guys are very like much in your inner child. Like you're not afraid to have a good time wherever you go. But it's kind of dependent on your mood. Like I am getting that, like it's kind of dependent on your mood, whether or not you're going to have a good time or if you're going to, have a bad time. And that sometimes could play off into the way that you guys approach others as well. And that might not always necessarily come across the way that you mean it to for others. Again, we're not here to baby anybody, right? Sometimes, though, we do have to take a look at the way we're communicating with others and make sure that what we're meaning is what's getting said. So let's get some tarot out on it, guys. Again, I don't feel like you guys are super vain or egotistical. Like, it's a human aspect. If we got completely rid of our egos, our personality would cease to exist, and so we would just become bland creatures, and that's not really the way that we want to live, right? So source for pile number 3, how do people they've dated or are dating see them? How do people that they are dating or have dated see them? For pile number 3 source, how do people they are dating or have dated see them? So for pile number 3, how do people that they are dating or have dated see them? Yeah, so you see, you've cut it off with somebody. This could be just one person coming through too for you guys too. Like I do feel like with this 3 of coins in the reverse, this is an X. Okay, and again, we could get other energies coming through here, which we're getting here. But with that coming out right off the bat, I do feel like this could be one X or a couple of X's coming through from their hurt egos, right? So how do people that are dating or have dated pile number 3 see them? How do people see pile number 3, that pile number 3 has dated or is dating? Okay, and I'm doing a 4-card spread today because that's what everybody else got. So wasn't what I intended on, but it is what's coming through. So on the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Yeah, we have the 4 of coins in the reverse. They see you as someone who's emotionally unstable. And I know this is not an emotions card, but that was the first thing that came through when I turned this over. Like, that you're not stable emotionally. Okay, and that's, again, that's just their opinion. Like, it could be that you guys are very set. Like, being a leader. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. When you're a leader, sometimes you have to do things that make others very uncomfortable. That means that you have to be ways that make people very uncomfortable. And so when people are not healed or they're coming from their shadow aspect, they can see it as someone who's not sound, someone who has a lot of anxiety or wants to control. Like, this is a very controlling energy here. And that's the action that you take, is to be controlling in an unstable environment, when in truth, you're very action oriented because of unstable environments around you that are trying to control the outcome, right? It's like outside of you, this is like outside of you energy, but this is how they're seeing you guys, as someone who could be potentially emotionally unstable and not ready for commitment is the other thing that I heard here, because you guys could walk away from people when they show their true colors. Like, I definitely feel like you guys live by that. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Was that Maya Angelou who said that? Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Superficial. That vain energy is coming through again. Like with this Popess in the reverse, that's very vain energy coming through. Yeah, and then we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay. And Judgment. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Like, who are you guys connecting with? Okay, and that's the thing. You guys could be very good looking. Okay, some of you guys could be very good looking. And so people automatically put you guys in this box. So like, oh my gosh, because pile 3 is so good looking. Like, they're just, this is how they are. And it's like they're kind of missing out on the fact that you guys are super spiritual, that you guys are very much in your belief and your faith, right? And you guys communicate that with others, but it's like there's this element behind that it's almost like the people that you've dated or are dating feel like you guys have done that with the intent of malicious purposes. Okay, like, so again, I feel like this is an ex that's coming through. And they see you as someone who's vain and only wants to impress people. Like, you're becoming the center of attention here, and you guys are communicating what you feel is going to get you guys noticed. Okay, it's like maybe you guys have learned something about the law of attraction, and so now you're sharing that with people. And this is that energy of like, oh my gosh, pile number 3, like, they just want to do whatever it is that's going to get them attention. They just want to do whatever it is that's going to make them liked. And so this is how I'm going to say it's one person, because I really feel like this is one person that is coming in, taking over this reading. This could have been somebody you guys spent a long time dating. Okay. And especially with this 3 of coins here, it's like you guys... Okay, here's why it's coming through. Let me just tell you guys this. It's not really a laughing matter, but it is kind of funny, because it's like you guys were a 10 and they maybe were like a 5, and they knew that you were too good for them. And so now they're in their hurt and their feels about it, trying to like validate why you let them go, rather than it just being what happened. It's like, oh my gosh, like, oh, pile 3, they broke up with me because they're so vain and superficial, and they want everybody to like them, and they're so greedy that they can't see anything but money, and they can't see anything but physical things. They can't see anything but how they appear to people. And in truth, you're actually in this judgment energy, right? Where it's like you're basically, again, when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And that's why Judgment's here, because it's like they're missing this. They're not seeing this. Like, you're like, okay, if they were a cheater, why are you going to keep a cheater around? If they were a liar, why are you going to keep a liar around? You know, if they were a manipulator, why are you going to keep a manipulator around? It's like you guys saw the red flags in the situation, and that hurt them. And it's like they're mad because you walked away after they hurt you. That's what I just feel like this person, if this is a couple of different people, it's just because you guys were coming from a shadow place, right? Like, you guys were learning how to heal yourselves in the realm of your relationships, and maybe you guys just are kind of like done with the relationship aspect of things here. What do we got coming out? Yeah. But they do see you guys as willing to give love. Like, you know, might not be a lot of love, but again, this playful nature here, it's like you guys have this sense of giving like childlike love. Like, you're there for somebody, but you're not there for somebody. Like, it's there. It's like this energy of like, oh, pile 3 is only going to be there when it benefits them. But I'm not feeling like that's how you guys are. Look, guys, I can't make this up. We have the 6 of Wands coming out the exact same. Yeah, they think that you guys are greedy. When in truth, you're like, you guys are just looking for someone who's going to give it to you like you give it to them. Like, it's like, I want equal give and take. I'm not going to be the one that just gives and rolls over in the relationship, especially with this Leo energy like that. You are not submissive, right? This is not submissive energy. You are not submissive in a relationship. And then this is Leo energy as well. This Six of Wands is because that's ruled by Leo. And so it's like, this is not submissive. I'm not going to be submissive to somebody just because they want me to. And so this could be somebody that came into your life expecting you to be their everything, exactly how they wanted you to be. This could have been a narcissist. This could have been a sociopath. This could have been somebody who is just like, I heard bipolar. This is somebody who wanted you to do their every will, their every whim. And they wanted you to stop living your life so that you could be what they wanted you to be. Because in truth, the reason this person feels or sees this about you is that's how they feel about themselves. My nose is going crazy. Source saying, you know what's up? You know what's up, B? You know what's up? Okay. Whoa, guys. Like, that was insane. Felt like someone stuck a feather at my nose. I can't with you. Look at what just came out. I can't. I'm done with you, pile 3. I can't. What did we start off with, guys? The strength on the bottom of the deck. I even showed it to you guys on camera, and here we have strength coming out again. You guys want to talk about it? You guys could very well have Leo highly aspect in your chart, or in all those appropriate places that give you control in your own life, and that's scary to others, right? If not, that is okay. You guys are just a very strong being. You're just a very strong, independent person. And that scares people who want control over you. It's like you guys have had to deal with your own demons. I feel like this situation led you up to actually facing why you brought in these revolving bad relationships, or kind of like this similar type of person into your life. Like, why am I constantly getting people like this in my life? And it was like this situation led up to that. But this is what this person thinks of you. When in reality, the truth of the situation is you guys are very strong. And look, I love the synchronicity here. We have 11 and 2. So this is like 2 and 2 coming out. It's like having faith. But also we have number 4, which is finding your stability, right? Where they see you guys as someone who is unstable. In truth, you guys are very stable. I love this. With the world ending your reading. See, they don't want to admit that you guys are very strong, and they don't want to admit that you guys have learned a lot, and they don't want to admit that you guys have come so far. Again, we have Leo energy on this. This is all fixed signs on this card, right? You have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo energy coming out here. It's like they don't want to change, okay? They see you guys as someone who doesn't want to change, when in reality, in order to get to the world card, we have to go through some of the greatest changes of our lives, right? Because this is ascension. This is coming into connection with our higher selves, with source, with spirit, with God, with whatever you want to call it, universe, it doesn't matter. It's that higher being, that higher love, right? The unconditional love of the creator. And it's like you guys had to go through a lot of change, and you had to get comfortable with that change, and you had to understand that change. You had to complete cycles in your life, right? And so in order for that, look, you have judgment here, which is the 20 card, and then you have 21 coming out in the end. It's like you guys made progress. You guys came at this with a very high-minded belief in yourself, right? And this person, they don't want to see you. They don't want to see the truth of who you are, because it scares them. Because it's like when they feel like, oh, if I paint pile number 3 as the bad person, then I don't have to look at myself. I can place all the blame on pile 3. When in truth, there, you know, it takes 2 to tango. There is never blaming just one person in any situation. If there's multiple people involved, everybody played a part in it, okay? Yeah, so that's the thing. They see you guys as someone who's moving from a lack mindset into an abundant mindset, and that's making them scared. Because when you were over here, they could do what they wanted with you guys, but then you guys didn't want to submit anymore. It's like you guys learned the lesson, right? You learned the lesson, and because of that, now you guys are slowly moving towards this energy of finding abundance within yourself. With the strength card, we have 38, which is number 11 as well. So again, this is connecting and correlating to the strength that you guys have, the internal strength that you have within. I thought your guys' reading was going to be really hard, but I actually really love, I mean, it's rough. It's rough when anybody's like this, right? Like, that's always terrible. But to see how far you guys have come and to see what it is that you guys have gone through yourselves, like, that's pretty impressive. Look, your perspective has changed, right? You're finding light in the darkness. So I feel like this person, whoever they are, beat you guys down. Like, this person was really ruthless to you. They made you feel like you didn't deserve anything. They made you feel like scum on the bottom of their shoe, and that's not it at all. And so you finally learned how to become the light in the dark, and we have vulnerability showing here too. And you guys are learning that your vulnerabilities are your strengths, right? And that's the thing. It's like this person sees you guys constantly growing, and it's like that's what scares them. It's like, oh my gosh, how could pile 3 leave me in the dust? They see you as somebody who's strong, but they're not strong. So the easiest way to break down someone who's strong is to try and paint them as someone who's manipulative and weak, right? Who's overbearing, who's the one in the wrong. And that you know, that's just people. This whole world would be a whole different place if people just embraced their own inner upsets and said, you know what, this is a part of me, instead of projecting that on everybody else. But we don't live in that world, right? We don't. We have the moon. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture the self and others. Yeah, you guys have learned your own emotional needs and what that means to you. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to not be submissive in a situation? What does it mean to gain strength from myself and to communicate what I want? Whatever it is that I want. Even if that doesn't go with somebody else's agenda, right? So we're not trying to be in a relationship for agendas. And mostly, when we're unhealed, most of us are in a relationship for our own agenda. Whether that's to have a title or to have this idea, this illusion of stability, or this illusion of status, or an illusion of success, or an illusion of whatever it is. Oh, if I build a family, then I'll be loved. You know, it's like finding everything outside of you as a reason for your existence rather than looking within and knowing that you exist because God created you. We have demonstrate love with 48 on the bottom. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And that's a thing. You guys are very open and caring people. And you're very much in this place of demonstrating your love. You know, it's like I was saying, like, Leos are the brave hearts. They're very loving and caring when you guys get to know them. Like, Leos are very... And I know not everybody's had a good experience with zodiac signs. And that's why I try not to talk about them a lot. But really, we're talking about light aspects here. And so you guys are definitely these loving individuals, especially with Leo coming out so much. It's like telling you, source telling you guys, reminding you that you are brave hearts, right? Like, you guys have gone through a lot. You've overcome a lot. Don't forget how beautiful you are as a person. Just because people they choose not to see you, right? This is somebody choosing not to see you, because to see you means that they have to turn and look at themselves. Look, we have dog, unconditional love, loyalty, and protection. This is you. You guys are very much in this loyal energy. You guys like to protect those that matter to you. You guys do love unconditionally. Exactly what I was saying, like the brave hearts. Like, you guys are very loving people. And then I love this. Like, you guys have to see yourself as marriage material. Like, if you guys want marriage, okay, this is something that you want. You guys have to see yourselves as marriage material. But I also want you guys to know that whoever it is that you have dated in the past, they see you as marriage material, even though this is stuff that's going on right now. This is, again, their conscious opinions of you guys, right? This is what they're saying to others about you guys. This is what they're trying to pass off for you guys. It's like, rather than saying that they messed up in the relationship or that they did something wrong, right? Rather than taking the accountability for their own actions, it's easier to pass the blame. And that's very human, right? That's a very human thing. We're scared to take accountability for our actions because it makes us feel like we're screw-ups. When in reality, taking accountability means that you're brave enough to be a leader in your own life. We have 23, Raven and News. Yeah, so again, with this communication here, you guys are always communicating to others with Mercury coming out for you guys. And then this image here just shows about how you guys are willing to communicate. You guys are also very, that I was saying, like, you guys get prophetic dreams. Like you guys could get information through your dreams, and then you use that to communicate your life on a day-to-day basis, right? And so that's something else that's coming through here. Look at how strong, like we have strength and strength coming out for you guys with mountain strength. Like you guys have had to climb a mountain to become who you're meant to be. Okay, and don't let somebody's opinion of you guys ever knock you down from how far you've gone. Just because they couldn't see you or they refuse to see you doesn't mean that you don't see you, right? Like it's always important for you guys to remember how important you are. Chiron, hurt and heal. Wasn't I just saying that? Like this is something you had to go through in order for you guys to learn who you are, to learn how strong you were, to learn how powerful you were, how balanced you were, how much you could complete this cycle, right? And that's what we have here. It's like these people, they hurt you, but it was all for purpose. Even if that doesn't sound like it, oh my gosh, that just sounds like a terrible ride in life. But really, people hurt us so that we can heal that aspect of ourselves. It's like constantly triggering us until we realize that, oh my gosh, I have to become bigger than this trigger. Right? Like I have to see this trigger from a bigger perspective. I can't just let this trigger be the controlling aspect of my life. And so that's what it was. It's like you guys were with this person or in relationships like this so that you could heal your Chiron, which is that this is like past wounds. This is past life wounds. Okay. And if you guys don't believe in past lives, that's fine. This just means these are wounds that you've carried with you from childhood and generational curses that were passed on to you from family situationships. Look, you guys could have resonated with another pile. That doesn't mean that you will. I'm just saying, or for those of you guys that came over here from that pile, you'll know. But we have 15, practice compassion, seeing things from a fresh perspective. And so we have perspective coming out twice. So it's like people that you've dated, they feel like you guys help them see a new perspective too. I feel like without, unintentionally, you guys help them see new perspective. And it's like been a big deal for them. But you guys are also very compassionate. And so others that you've dated, they do see that. But this person wants you guys to see things from a different perspective. They want you guys to see things from their perspective. But you guys see things from a new perspective now. Your perspective is fresh and that scares this person. Look, and then we have slow down with number 9. Pause and allow things to unfold. And so I feel like that's this person. It's just like they're so bent on trying to find their own justice in the situation, whatever it is. And so they're like trying to tell everybody that you moved too fast. They're trying to tell everybody that you took it too... You were the one that was at fault here. And really, you're not. Like, you're not at all. This person just doesn't understand you or your journey. And they don't understand what it is that you've been through. But there's no need for you to rush into anything right now because there's definite healing going on. Like you guys are rebuilding something very important to you. You guys are learning how to see things with the eyes of God, especially with this crown chakra energy up here. It's like seeing things with the eyes of unconditional love, seeing yourself through eyes of unconditional love, learning how to set your own flame on fire, like learning how to passionately show up for your life and to build things like with I don't know if these are eels or fish. I mean, they look like fish, but they could be eels because they're so long. I'm just going to go with fish because that was the first thing that came to mind here. But fish are all about prosperity. And so it's like bringing in that prosperity, what we were talking about here, moving from that lack mentality into prosperity. And I feel like that's exactly what Source is saying here, just to remember to slow down. But a lot of this is this person is putting it on you guys. Okay, so let's see what your guys' Lenormand was. And eventually I will do readings with the Lenormands. Again, if you guys caught it at the beginning, I'm still in the process of learning them fully. And I have been studying them quite a bit here lately. So, yeah, we have number 9 with bouquet. Success. Aww. I love this. This is like... You guys are like seen as someone that's a success, a happiness. You're beautiful. You guys gift. You're pleasant. You're giving. You also receiving. But this was a reading just based on someone who's hurt. But still at the bottom of who they are, they see you as all these things as well. And this is people that you have dated in the past. Like most people that you've dated in the past, not these toxic individuals. They see you as somebody who's very loving and receiving and giving and like just overall a beautiful person. You're very compassionate and kind, and that it would be an honor and just a joy to be with you in life, you know, with the bouquet here. I mean, I loved your guys' reading because you guys have become so strong in your life. And so I know it's kind of a little bit different, but at the same time, it was what needed to be said. So I'm the channel. I have to go through what the cards are. I'm not here to tell you guys what you want to hear. That would, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm a truth teller. I tell you what source wants me to tell you guys. And so it's all based on the energy coming from the cards. So I really do hope that this resonates, but just know at the core of where you guys are, people who want to date you now or who will date you guys in the future see you as somebody who is happiness and joy and a success, and just they'd feel so prosperous being with you guys because you yourself have moved from this fear mindset into a prosperous state, and because of that, you guys are going to see that mirrored on the outside as well. Okay? So if this resonates, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button down below. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I'm sending you guys a big old hug, pile number 3. I love you so very much. You guys are wonderful people. And until next time, guys, stay human. Bye.